Bandera goes to 2-0. Hello, everybody. Terry Bennett here on the Bandera Coaches Show, brought to you by Coconut Cowboys right here on S2S Sports Network, part of L4 Media. As Bandera takes care of Cotulia 28-14 to go to 2-0, and now we hit homecoming week for the Bulldogs. And first off, I want to say I'm very sorry that this is out late. I am literally recording this Friday morning. Some things happened this week that forced our Thursday or Wednesday shows to be delayed. Usually I do these on Wednesday. I've already talked to Coach on Wednesday, and then I usually put them up Wednesday afternoon, maybe Thursday morning. But we just had some technical issues that we had to work through. So now the show is up. It will be back up to it in its regular time next week. But let's concentrate on those Bulldogs. And, man, what a game Jesse Cardenas had. Threw for 3 touchdowns. Ran for 213 yards, had another touchdown, also grabbed an interception on defense. That's an all-around performance as the team scored 2 touchdowns in the first half, 2 touchdowns in the second half, and another strong defensive performance has the Bulldogs 2-0 for the first time since 2019. And then this week, it's homecoming against San Antonio Kennedy. This will be a good one, and it's, Coach will talk about just how much he enjoys homecoming when it's Bandera, and this is like one of his favorite weeks. And I got to admit, man, that's different. In today's age, most coaches just dread this week. That's why you see more and more that homecoming is in a non-district game. I'm still old enough to remember that your homecoming was kind of your district rival. And then if you were on the road that year against your district rival, you usually kind of took your next rival. Now, where I'm from, our districts were pretty much the same districts the whole time. So you kind of had a set hierarchy of, Team A was always your rival. Team B was pretty much your rival and then down. And so, but, nowadays coaches, they don't want to have to deal with that. And I don't blame them with all the extra stuff on homecoming heaped on kids that are already doing a ton of extra stuff anyway. That's why you now see them usually in non-district and usually against an opponent that, that's the whole saying now. You don't want to be anybody's homecoming game. But anyway, we want to thank our sponsor, and that is Coconut Cowboys, located at 410 Main Street right there in Bandera. You can give them a call, 830-444-0199. And, man, Coconut Cowboys has it all. They have frozen yogurt. They have coffee. They have snacks. They have candy. They have a gift shop. They also have rentals. That's right, rentals. I love that. I love a place, and this is why I love small town, a place that you can go in and get you a frozen yogurt. No, let's find us a new vacation rental. Again, you can give them a call, 830-444-0199, located at 4110 Main Street in Bandera. Now, we're going to be doing a volleyball show with part of what we're doing with Coconut Cowboys. We talked about doing it this week, but again, issues we ran into. We're looking at maybe doing one next week. So be looking on our Facebook, Sideline to Sideline. And also I'll be posting it on the Bandera Booster Club Facebook page as well. All right, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's the head coach of the Bandera Bulldogs right here on the Coconut Cowboys Bandera Football Show on S2S, part of L4 Media. Is your demanding work lifestyle in need of fire-resistant clothing that can keep up? Well, L4FR clothing should be your go-to for quality, affordability, safety, and style. L4FR was founded by a third-generation oil field worker who is also a veteran. Thus, this company has a deep appreciation for reliability and longevity, all while we provide first-rate customer service. Our durable apparel will serve you well for many years to come, whether you're working on a pipeline, a lineman climbing utility poles, or in any other environment requiring fire-resistant apparel. L4FR has you covered. Our apparel is tough enough to resist hazardous conditions while still providing high comfort and style. L4FR provides clothing options to ensure your safety and comfort, whether you're on the job or not. To view our complete inventory of flame-resistant garments, please visit our online store at l4frclothing.com or give us a call at 817-757-4935. Si habla español. Terry Bennett back here on the Coconut Cowboys Bandera Football Show. Now joined by the head coach of the Bulldogs, Coach Joe Fontenot-Amity. And, Coach, 2-0. It started off a little scary with their kickoff return, but you get the win. What were your thoughts on that game?
We found a way to win. It's better be 2-0 than 1-1. And The good thing, kind of like I told you last week, is that we're excited because there's still a lot of room for improvement. If we're 2-0 and there's no room to get better, man, it'd be a little bit different. But there's definitely a lot of room for improvement in all three phases. So.
Well, and you bring up a good point, and I know as a coach, you would love to be able to start off at the very top week one and be able to keep that even all the way through till the end of the year and you get a state championship. But in reality, you want to be building up. You don't want to arc too fast. You don't want to arc too slow. You want a slow progression where each week you can tell you're getting better.
Yeah, that's it exactly. And we want to be peaking week 7, 8, 9, 10. Like you said, not really week 1 or 2. And we've got a lot of returners, but then we've got some kids who haven't played a whole lot of football. And so those everything was moving a little fast for them. And once it slowed down, we were able to turn it on. And especially in the fourth quarter, we believe here in Bandera that we're going to win the fourth quarter, and that's going to allow us to win more football games than we lose if we do that.
Yeah, and you talk about learning and thing. That very first play, they have an 82-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. I know it was first time y'all trailed in all season. Of course, it's just 2 games. But did you like this? Did you like how your kids responded after that?
Yeah, I really did. We'd say all the way to going. We were down 7-0, down 14-7. Had a huge play right before the end of the first half. As time expired, and then took a 14-14 tie all the way into the fourth quarter. So I really was proud of our kids and how they responded. That's a special group of kids who just kept fighting back.
Well, they had 14 points, but again, special teams in a short field. Defensively, man, y'all had them to 179 yards of total offense. We're talking back-to-back games now to start the season where the defense has looked really good. Yeah,
look, Coach Campsey, he's a mastermind of our defense, and our run fits in particular were really good. And we gave up a couple big plays, but we weren't able to secure the edge where they played good football. And our defense has been outstanding through 2 weeks, and I'm excited again this week to see him get after it.
For your offense, Corbin Gonzalez had a couple touchdowns. Jesse Cardenas ran for 213 yards. In fact, he had more yards himself on the ground than Cotulla had, for their whole offense. Tell us a little bit about that offense.
Oh man, Jesse makes us go. I'm always a big fan of a running quarterback, and so being able to transition him to quarterback this off season, he does a great job. And the cool thing is we've got some good skill pieces out there that he can distribute the ball to. And Corbin was a recipient of that, but he made a couple really big catches and plays, particularly on his first touchdown. But two big plays, and he's a good football player. But Jesse definitely makes us go.
I know it's cliche, but man, when you have a guy that your quarterback knows he can go to whenever you need it, you can't beat that in your throwing game.
No, you're exactly right. And Corbin, man, he's come such a long way. Through 7-on-7 in the summer, and we've got him and a couple other guys we feel like we really can depend on. But it was his turn last week, and he did a great job making plays.
All right, well, you're 2-0. You now will take on San Antonio Kennedy. Tell us your thoughts on Kennedy.
Offensively, they're pretty. Despite they haven't scored a lot of points, but they're pretty explosive offensive. They've got a lot of good skill guys. Quarterback does a good job. Defensively, they're real good in the secondary, and outside linebackers play good football. So that's kind of the strengths of their team.
When you look at what they've done, they had a win against Edison. I thought they played pretty solid in that Lytle loss. That was a competitive game right down to the end.
Yes, sir. It was a great football game. Yep, they both play good football.
All right, so for you, you're 2-0. First time since, I think, 2019, and you and I have talked about all the firsts you've done. Bandera had such a long stretch of struggling, and you've pulled them out of that. Not just you personally, but as a coach, you've pulled them out of that. And how do you see the community? How do you see that infectious, attitude and atmosphere growing in this town?
And the coolest thing about our community is, yes, everybody cares, but it's the generosity of our community and how much they care about our kids. Win, lose, or draw, they care, and they want what's best for our kiddos. This week, the homecoming game, And I'll say this, and especially in Bandera America, when you're winning, the homecoming, I've got a picture in my office that has Believe on, a picture in athletics office that has Believe, and it's got in the background is a homecoming game from the past, and it gets packed. And I mean, it is fence line to fence line. It's one of my favorite things, honestly, about Bandera. And so I think that kind of ties into your question about the community and them being such a big part of everything we do and believing in our kids. And I cannot wait to see it packed this Friday.
Now, I do want to bring up, though, because I don't think a lot of people understand this when it comes to things like homecoming. They're fun and you enjoy it, but it's a different week for you when it comes to prep and getting the guys ready, and they've got all the other stuff they have to do for homecoming. So this week is unique compared to the rest of the season.
Yeah, it is. It is, and we've got some good senior leaders who understand what this week's about, and for us, the main focus has and always will be the football game. Outside of our classes and our families and those things that take top priority, but from an athletic standpoint, the top thing for us is the game. And so all the other things are nice and it's good and it's fun. But the biggest thing for us, and we keep our eyes on our prize, is Friday night in the football game.
All right, last question. What is the one thing you want to see your team improve on from the first two games?
Execution up front offensively. Our offensive line, we ran the ball really well. A lot of that's because we've got good players. We need to be able to execute more efficiently up front.
Here at L4 Media, we talk high school football, 4A, 3A, and 2A in Texas. We talk East Texas sports. We talk NFL, guy talk, movie and booze. We also talk wrestling and so much more. And you can see it all on our YouTube channel at L4 Media Company. Like and subscribe. As always, we want to thank Coach Joe Fontenot Amity for joining us here on the Bandera Football Show. Holiday. It is holiday. Homecoming week, man, it's just been one of those weeks, folks. Homecoming week, it's going to be a blast. Unfortunately, you missed the temperature drop by like a day, or at least up here, it's supposed to be completely different tomorrow. It's still going to be hot on Saturday. That's the sad thing. That's where we're at in Texas this year. It's supposed to be like 96, and we're all going to be like, oh, my God, it's time to turn the heater on. But it is supposed to be better next week, and we're finally getting into what feels a little bit like football weather. Again, I want to thank our title sponsor, Coconut Cowboys. They have frozen yogurt, they have coffee, they have boba teas, they have specialty drinks, they have candy, they have a gift shop. They also have vacation rentals. They also will be helping us do a volleyball show. We hope to start next week. Probably have a couple of them, but just be looking at our Facebook page, Sideline to Sideline, or again, I'll post any information on the Bandera Booster Club on Facebook. All right, enjoy homecoming. Be safe. Let's get to 3-0, and we'll talk about all that next week right here on the Coconut Cowboys Bandera Football Show on the S2S Sports Network, part of L4 Media.